はちょっと久しぶりになりますが、ドラゴン H インクイジションやっていきたいと思います。あ、ヒューズさんいらっしゃい。早いで。前回はどこまで行ったんだっけ。大凶暴さんを助けに村まで行って、そうしてみたらもう魔導士と聖騎士はもうバチバチに戦いまくってるし、村までそれが被害及んでるしみたいなカオスな状況の中で、空に開いた亀裂を下げるのが主人公の手にある印だけなので、主人公はその手に開いた亀裂を閉じる旅に出たと。旅というか集団になって閉じることになったという感じだったと思う。すごい通知見た瞬間に来た。早い。まだ全然始まってないよ。珍しい。最初から人がいるのが珍しいからちょっと恥ずかしい。はい、説明下手なんです。はい、じゃあやっていきたいと思います。ロードがね、ちょっと長いのはね、難点なんだけど。このカードかっこいいよね。説明してくれるやつ。これが天の亀裂の大元、一番大きい亀裂。各地にちっちゃい亀裂が開いてるので、それを閉じなきゃいけないますじゃないとね、亀裂から悪魔がどんどん出てきてるんで危ないというとこまでやったはず。インした瞬間、司令官で実績が解除された。戦術マップのクエストが終わったのかな。そうそう、ロード長いやつだとこういう説明が本当に助かるんですよ。あれだ、大凶暴ディゼルさんだ。前回助けたの。あそこにいる人。まだね、全然作りたての組織なので全然大したものないけど、作戦会議に行きますかね。このボードのろうそくさ、垂れて危なくないのかなと思うんだけど。割ってる。フォンテイエ大使、忍ぶ式典へ審問会特使にご参加いただけたのは何よりの喜びです。感謝の印としてフェレルデンの武器と防具を送ります。創造主のお力によりこれを必要とする事態にならぬよう願っています。心からファガスクズランド公爵と。剣をもらったらしい。これ時間なんだよね。船を加工した審問官、黒の夜空では注意することだ。恐ろしい噂をいくつも聞いた。これは違うんだよね。この後ろが間違えた。親愛なるレリアナ、あなたの作家の友人は本当に謎めいています。調査では外国に口座がたくさんあることしか分かりませんでした。金の痕跡もアンティバからリビンター、自由連邦オーレリーとつながっています。誰かが足跡をうまく消していますが十分ではないですね。作家はカークオールにいます。それから歌詞ができたことを忘れずに。 A。力の首飾りが手に入ったと。これバリックじゃないのこの絵。ラベン部族との接触。指揮官カレン、我々の隊は審問官の調査を見せるためデイルズのキャンプに完全装備でしか着きました。残念ながらデイルズの狩り人たちは我々の到着を脅しとみなし警戒音を鳴らしました。我々は防衛し、こちらから悪意を持って襲撃することはありませんでしたが、デイルズのリーダーが彼らを制止するまでに老人兵とも命を落とした者たちがいました。失敗してる。伝言を読むと、デイルズの者たちはアンドラステの首都が自らの自由意志に基づき審問会にいることを受け入れたようでした。援助を提案されるようなことはありませんでしたが、少なくともそれ以上敵意もなく、我々がその場を離れるのを許してくれました。副官ラズリン・シャンブレーデ。はあ、失敗してるね、若干。影響力は上がってるけど。一応主人公が捕まったわけではないっていうのは部族は信じてくれた。で、次のやつのこれまで審問官は教会の潤沢な財源に支えられてきた。だがもし審問官を今以上の規模にするつもりなら自力で財源を確保する必要がある。今のところ平分内外での貿易には限りがあるが、それでも資金を稼ぐ機会はある。もし審問会が本腰を入れて取り込む気があるならだが、これはジョゼフィーヌが一番得意なんじゃないかな。ジョゼフィーヌに任せよう。で、これが実時間になってるから、実はセーブしてこの時間経ってからもう一回始めると終わってるんだよね。だから何もしなくても勝手に終わっちゃうっていう。で、依頼するような仕事はもうないかな。オーレはないよね。亀裂相手、あれなんかあるな。かけらを調査しろ。アルル領の教会と接触せよ。推奨レベル4から7は手に入れたかけらについての話。人脈しか空いてないね。じゃあ人脈結局行くんかい。あらすじ見てくれてるのは嬉しい。ドラゴンエイジはね、結構話が深いからこういう文章もね読んでいかないといけないんだけど、面倒くさくて多くて過去の記憶を思い出しながら喋ってるから。だからさ、このボードにさろうそくつけてたらこれ垂れるじゃん、ろうが。髪焼けないのかね。大丈夫なんですかね、ジョゼフィーヌさん。修道女レディアナ。大使とのおかげで文書を調査できました。はっきりとは記されていませんが、エルフのものと思われる神殿とのつながりを示唆しています。解析を続けた結果、該当する神殿はウエスタンアプローチのオアシスにあると思われます。そこに何があるかは何とも言えません。その場所に関する情報は削除されたか、ページは欠落しているようです。信頼性の高い目撃情報は見つかっていません。 兵士からより良い情報が得られるかと思います。魔女女子レノねえ、このろうそくの使い方初めて見て、こんなんあんのかな昔って。すごい、てか照らされないと思うんだけど、距離的にこの紙がここにあったとして。わからん。わからん。この人たちの感覚は。確認。労働まだ続くんならさっきの表示しといてほしいんだけど、読みたかったんだけど、さっきのやつちょっと読んでたのに消さないで労働してんなら。
Come to join us at the oasis? It's actually quite the sight. It and the temple are further in.
神殿について教えてくれる？
Have you learned anything more about the temple?
Honestly, I don't like the feel of the place. No one does.
Why not?
Couldn't say. It's just a
なん
feeling.
となく苦手な感じがするんだ。
Anything else I should know?
Not much to tell. A mining company out of Valfremin used to have an interest here, but economies change and they moved on. Strange the miners never marked the temple on their maps.
鉱山会社が地図に知らせなかったんだ。地図に知らせなかったっていうか記さなかったんだ。
What is
そ
it?
して
This could help us.
ああ、雲の研究。ポーションがいっぱいあるからいらない。ポーションがね、今作になってこの上限が決まっちゃったから結構辛いんだよね。雲の卵と雲の海。手に入るかな、この土地で。いいんだけど。あ、スカルは早速あるね。スカル。どこにあんだこれ。あそこか。あそこどうやって行こう。ジャンプできんだよ、ジャンプ。ほい。スカル。あった。あれなんだ？あの粒は何なんだろう。なんか鉱石っぽいな。あれ光ってんの、あれ別のスカルか。あと1個あった。オッケー。別のスカルもあるからそっちも見ないとね。ちょっと下に降りますか。落下ダメージちょっと受けちゃった。川なんかに使った気がするんだよね。なんかフェネックの毛皮って高級そうだから使いそうだよね。なんだ、ウィザーストーク。何の素材だろう。素材をね、いろいろ使うんだよ今回は。前作はなんかちょっとあればガンガン作れたけど、今回はねちゃんと量を集めないといけないからね大変なんだよね。 宝箱じゃん。貝殻のカメオが収集品かな。収集品じゃないか、あの色。素材かな。そこにも宝箱あるね。登れないね。登るとこない。これなんですか。壊れないな。なんかちょっと攻撃するだけで防御バフをかけられてしまう。ハイエナがいる。ないのかな。あ、気鉄あんじゃん。邪魔したいんだけど、フェイト取ってくれるかい。フェイト邪魔。スタンかかって終わり。次の上。魔法使いだけ前にいてもしょうがないんだけど痛いし。ですか。精霊のエッセンス。もうちょっとで影響力が2になるね。いいね。ここにキャンプを作る。新しいパークが解除される。ポーションは使ってないからいいね。で、あそこにかけらの反応あるけど地獄だけがあったぞ。気持ち悪いねあれ。かけらの反応だけど上っぽいな。何この骸骨の模様、すっげえ嫌な予感するんだけど。地獄だっけ。登るか。はい。ちゃんとこのはしごと手ちゃんと合わさってるゲーム少ないからね。結構感動する。魔力を与える。ああ。はは魔法使いでよかったね。勝った。あれか。ありました。かけらも全部集めるとなんかトロフィー的なもんがあったと思うんだけど。上、さらに上か。登るしかないかな。そう、すごい細かいマップが今回は。ジャンプができるからね、そのせいだと思うんだけど。入り組んでるんだよね。上行けないしね、これ。地獄だけ。 は設計図だね。設計図あるけどまだ作れないんじゃないかな。カズヤで作れたかな。どっち行ったっけさっき。ここは行った？なんか洞窟っぽいな。サーバントストーン。サーパントストーンね。なんか小屋がある。小屋があるけど、ここ何？上に上がるだけか。なんか敵っぽいのいるな。これはあそこ、さっき私が食べた時か。上登るか。こっちじゃない？エリザベスの庭園。なんかエルフルート。エルフルートとかけらがあるね。この音ちっちゃすぎてわかんないんだよな、近づかないと。もう変な銅像何なんだろうね。空さんへの扉を探せ。エルフルート一般じゃん。違うってこっちだって。わかる。プレイしててすごい作り込まれてるとね、楽しいよね。あ、違う、ごめん。ごめん。通りがかりのフェネックも殺した。まあいいけど。素材出なかった。こっちか？なんだ俺。なんか嫌な死体があるね。4。松明。ちょっと待って、ドクロマークがついてんだけど。レベル12じゃん。動物愛護団体に見つかる。ちょっと待って、この洞窟は探索できない。うちらレベル4とかでやったもん。私死にかかってんじゃん。じゃあこれ。右とね、左を間違える。うろうろしてる人は、あ、行員なのね。サーバントストーンいっぱいあるな。宝箱ないな。もうさっきの宝箱どこだったか忘れたわ。エルフルートが3つ入ってる。お、スカルだ。ソラさん。
I'm watching you, Barrick, just so you know.
Well, that makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. What did I do now?
Nothing. Yet. Just keep it that way.
Eric Tethris, paragon of good behavior at your service, Seeker.
下のは取ったからね。終わり。ドラゴンの棘。エルフルートいっぱいあるね。亀裂が開いた音か今の。ドンって言ったけど。そうだね。どっか横で開いてるな。なんかちょっと飛んでこないでくれる？ちょっと待って。横で開いたやつをさ、いきなり敵来られて困る。しなくても倒せばいいんだけどね。おー、テラーだらけー。なんでこっち来たの？あといくつあるか。あともう一個あるのかな。クリティカルの指輪とか装備できるんじゃない？剣か。指輪は力バリック限定、ガードダメージボーナス、クリティカル率。戦士の人たちにつけてあげた方が良さそうだね。ガード貫通の指輪は違うな。クリティカルはつけて、ガード貫通はバリックの方がいいんじゃないかな。あれ？ネックレスどこ行った？消えたけど。アップグレード。見習いのコート。軽装防具にしかできない。特に今装備してるのにできるわけではない。フェニックス。よし。出たかな？出ない。途方もない砂漠だな。 やなんて。あれはヤバい君の洞窟でしょ。お、落ちる。あと1個。こっちか。こことここにあるのね。で、ランドマークが3つある。カラスの洞窟。デザートのキャンプ。移動しよう。よし。
Nothing to report, sir.
で、あっち側に行く。よっ、ほいしょ。オッケー。オッケー。あれ洞窟だけど多分やばいよね。全然素材出なくなっちゃった。ランドマークがここにあるの？調べる。バーゲスってなんかいたな。ベルベットだ。なんかベルベットは結構使ったような記憶がある。ああ、石像があるのか。なんででっかい頭持ってる？ヘネンキモいね。素材くれない？あ、くれた。バリップの経験値が上がってる。何あげようかな。弓かな、やっぱ。トラップも悪くないんだけど。武器ダメージの 800% ダメージ。はあ、面白いね。で、ランドマークはここにある。この先は何だろう。違う違う。あ、スカルがある。で、ランドマークもある。虹ブライトってことは前回の 前作のドラゴンエイジ2のブライトの後にもう一回ブライトが来たってことか。まだあるんだ。5個もあんの。わお。あと1個どこ？下？なんか見つかんないとって本当に見つかんないんだよね、これ。ないな。本当にあるこれ。本当に？あ、こんなとこに。そのぐらい近くさ、見えてたっていいじゃん。すんげえ近いけど、すんげえ行くのめんどくさいじゃん、あれ。どうやって行くのあれ。本当にどうやって行くのあれ。キャンプ？キャンプに着いちゃった。着いちゃったね。あれどうやって行くの？これを渡っていくしか。なんかいました？あ、下にいるのか。それはいいよ。届かないし。ドラゴンのトゲ。いいよ。ディドがいなくなった。やっちまったな。やったな。誰かがやったな。ファウルファーミンのボスっていうのが来て殺したのかな、婚姻を。で、歩くとこあるのに道がないってどういうこと？鍵がある。ちょっと離席させてね。 待たせしました。失礼しました。違う、コントローラーで操作はしていない。目の前に PS5 のコントローラーがあるからつい触ってしまったよ。まあちなみに PS5 は持ってないんですけどね。パソコンでゲームやるときコントローラー使うのは PS5 のコントローラー使ってるんで、ちょっとね置いてあるんだよね、テーブルの上に。時々持っちゃうんだけど FF でしか使わないから持ったってしょうがないんだよね。この上はなんかある？なんもない？来たっけ？来てますね。ランドマークのとこだったね。よし。ちゃんと降りないとね。落下ダメージがあるから余裕で死んじゃう。どっから行こう。次の裂け目がこっち。正直かけらをね全部取れるとは思ってないからね。かけら全部集めて何があるかというとトロフィーがあるだけだと思うんだよね。集めたことないんだよね、そもそも。パラゴンの輝きってレアじゃなかったっけ？なんかキーンと音がしたけど、あれか。かけらか。なんかこの辺に音、あ、やったー。いましたわー。なんかあんのかな。火をつける。火をつける。火をつけると寄ってこないってなんか書いてあったね。何？螺旋構造。ああ、さっきの日記のディドか。絶対殺されたんだと思うんだけど。魔力変える。
That's not normal fire.
I have heard of this but never seen it before. It is called veil fire. It is a form of sympathetic magic, a memory of flame that burns in this world where the veil is thin.
私を探せ。怖い。走るのがすげえ怖い。降りる。ちゃんと松明持っておいてくれ。着火。
So we're taking the magical fire with us?
持ってこないと見えないでしょ。どうしよう。雲のボスとか出てきたら死んじゃうよ。
Have you been taking notes on all this, Varric?
Oh, you'll need to be more specific there, Seeker.
The Inquisition. You're not planning to write a book about us, are you?
Oh, don't get your hopes up. You're not that interesting a subject.
面白くないとか言われてる。はい。出ました。でだけどこの火はどうやって消すの？バスケットってなんだこれ？野生動物っぽいけど。あいえな、レベル8ってうちらより高いんだが。強い。明らかに来るのが早い土地に来てるな。あ、ナウね。なんかうまいって書いてあったよね。なんかカバ的なもんなのかな。だからこっちじゃないんだけどさ、ついつい入っちゃうせいで来ちゃうね。ブラッドロータスめちゃくちゃ取れるな、各地で。剣トンボソウ。スカルが上にあってランドマークも誰？カバお、宝箱だ。90ゴールド。テイルズのスラッシャー。探検。ローゲンって使える人いないな。やっぱ主人公ローグにすべきだったかな。ナウのカード、ベイビードラゴンの鱗が入ってた。なんかね、この素材も武器を作るときに使えて、その時に何の素材を作るかで色とかそういうのが変わってオリジナルの武器とかが作れて面白かった記憶がある。武器もボールもかな、確か。遠い記憶だからちょっと怪しいけど、全然覚えてないもの、こういうところ。これなんかな、クリックしたら自動で歩いてほしい。本当にめんどくさい。よいしょ。お、スカルのところに来たかな。来たね。ドラゴントレードって見る。あれは見たの ?2 個目なんだ。3個4個。 でんででん。かけらが下にあるんだけど、飛び降りたら帰ってくるのめんどくさいな。まあいいか。よいしょ。いた。婚姻。
What do you want? I'm just looking for stuff to salvage. I used to work here. I know no one needs it.
I'm with the Inquisition.
Been out here a while, but I'll assume that's important. Doesn't explain why you're following me.
You came all the way out here to salvage old mining equipment.
Mostly, I wanted to go into this one cave. Used to store stuff there. Damn thing wasn't overrun by spiders then. I put my wedding ring there. Couldn't stand the sight of the thing. But I couldn't throw it away either. Oh, it was a stupid argument. Part of me knew I'd still want that ring.
I'll leave you be.
Right. See you then.
この指輪ね。イザーストーク。よいしょ。よいしょ。これどっから降りればいいんだ？こっちかな。よいしょ。いいよ。食らうじゃん。で、さっきのまた通って上に行って全然あれね、このランドマークつけたのにそっちの方に行ってないっていうね。あべ、広すぎる。ほんとこのゲーム1回でね1時間とかで終わんないんだよね。2時間ぐらい余裕でかかるの。あ、いった、勝った。クレイジーデーメンプンヌの頭。ルフィのお仕事終わったね。薬飲んでた。上か。治療がかかる。やばい、また来るな。誰あれ？治療のレベル高いな。またボコボコにされてる。てててててて。死んでしまうんだが。ぷい。
Something here. Better take a closer look.
,90 年代もののゴールデンサイズ。 お酒か。一滴ずつ飲むのが最適。皮膚で触れない方がいいがなかなか難しいだろうって。すんげえ酒だな。皮膚で触れたらどうなっちゃうの？あれだね、これで一回帰った方がいいかな。操作する。あ、足場でもないのか。なんだよ。ナグだ。なんか耳生えてる。ウサちゃんか？すぐ消えちゃうからわかんないんだよな。どうしよう、もう一個のフェイドの技も閉じときたいけど、ちょっとレベルが怪しい。レベルが上がったんだした。欲しいのはこれなんだよね。ディスペルか。どうしようかな。これが欲しいんだけど。普通に火力に振った方がいい気がしてるんだよね。ちょっとリセットはいずれするとして氷魔法に少し振っていこうかな。やってんの？あ、なんかいたの？こいつじゃないですね。
We can cut through here.
通れるようになりましたと。これは通ったとこだね。死ぬほど地獄だけが取れる。雲に生えてるやつだね。誰？フェネックか。
You believe the Conclave could achieve peace, Cassandra?
I had hope, as did we all.
The Templars went to war to force mages back into their circles, which the mages would never agree to. What solution could Divine Justinia have offered when all sides rejected compromise?
The war was going nowhere for either side. That they went at all showed they realized this.
Or they believed the other side would relent.
We shall never know now.
魔術師も魔術師だし、テンプル騎士もテンプル騎士だしって感じだったからな。 ボソ。ここか。ここ通るのかな。まあいいや、もう一回来るとして、一回キャンプに移動して帰れないかな。あ、ポーションは今補充されたね。素材が手に入ってないでしょ。
Nothing to report, sir.
なんか喋るとなんかありそうな感じなんですけど、
Nothing to report, sir.
ないの。で、じゃあマップに移動する。ワールドマップに行けばいいのか。で、一回帰ります。仲間との交流もしとかないとね。素晴らしい。
You're kind of a force of nature, aren't you?
When I need to be.
It's impressive.
You flatter me.
I'm trying.
Did I do the right thing? What I have set in motion here could destroy everything I have revered my whole life.
後悔してるの
One
か。
day they may write about me as a traitor, a madwoman, a fool. And they may be right.
What does your faith tell you?
I believe you are innocent. I believe more is going on here
あ
than
り
we
が
can
たい
see.
ことだね。
And I believe no one else cares to do anything about it. They will stand in the fire and complain that it is hot. But is this the Maker's will? I can only guess.
What's going to happen now?
Now, we deal with the Chantry's panic over you before they do even more harm. Then we close the breach. We are the only ones who can. After that, we find out who is responsible for this chaos, and we end them. And if there are consequences to be paid for what I have done, I pay them. I only pray the price is not too high.
しなければいけないことだった。
You didn't have any choice.
Didn't I?
そう思う。
My trainers always said, Cassandra, you are too brash. You must think before you act. I see what must be done, and I do it. I see no point in running around in circles like a dog chasing its tail. But I misjudged you in the beginning, did I not? I thought the answer was before me, clear as day. I cannot afford to be so careless again.
今さらそう言われてもな。
It wasn't like you had no reason to suspect me.
I was determined to have someone answer for what happened. Anyone. I'm curious. Do you even believe in the Maker?
エルフの神々を信じてます。
I believe in our own gods.
And there's no room among your gods for one more? I suppose it doesn't matter now. I have to believe we were put on this path for a reason, even if you do not. Now it simply remains to see where it leads us.
おお、 中に剣を出すじゃん。
It occurs to me I don't actually know much about you.
What do you want to know?
I'm not sure. Where are you from?
My clan never stayed in one place for long, though we primarily roamed the free marches.
Oh? I didn't think your people roamed that far north. But clearly I'm mistaken. I'm told some members of your clan might still be alive. Do you intend to go back?
今いる場所は故郷です。
Wherever I am is home enough for me.
That's how I feel now, after years of tending to business for the divine.
I'd like to get to know you better.
You would?
Is that a problem?
Not entirely. I'm just curious as to your motivation.
もっと仲良くなり
Is
た
there
い
any
です。
harm in us becoming a little closer?
Plenty.
Is that right?
As you wish. My name is Cassandra Pentecost, daughter of the Royal House of Navarra, 78th in line for the Navarran throne. I joined the Seekers of Truth as a young woman, and was with the Order until they withdrew from the Chantry. I remained as the Divine's right hand, carrying out her order to form the Inquisition. And here we are. That's all there is to know, my lady.
レバラの王族なんだ。
You're a member of Navarra's royal family.
The Pentecosts are a very large clan. Half of Cumberland could say the same.
Really?
No, but it feels that way. I have hundreds of relatives so distant they need charts to prove we're related at all. And they have them. Oh yes. The Pentecosts value their precious blood like it runs with gold.
So not on very good terms with your family then?
I do not visit, if that's what you mean. The Pentecosts are famed for dragon hunting, but few actually pursue the craft. Most are fat and lazy. They pay lip service to the Maker and care only for idle pleasures and past glories. My brother was all that kept me in Navarra. Once he was gone, so was I.
Tell me about your brother.
I would prefer not to speak of Anthony. Another time, perhaps.
You don't seem to like your homeland much.
My family polluted it for me. What little I saw of my homeland was through the bars of a gilded cage. My uncle treated me like a porcelain doll to be placed on a shelf and dusted only when necessary. Thus I did not see Navarra, the real Navarra, until much later. By then I realized I knew it not at all.
Your uncle? What about your parents?
They had the misfortune of taking the wrong side in the second attempt to overthrow King Marcus. The king executed them, but spared my brother and I since we were family, and children at the time. Thus we were raised by my uncle, a mortalitasi who preferred the company of his corpses to the living.
モルタリタシ
Your uncle was a mortalitasi?
A death mage. He still is. My countrymen do not burn the dead, they bury them in special crypts. The mortalitasi supervise the crypts, like priests. Uncle Vestalis oversees the grand necropolis. Navarrans spend more time honoring dead relatives than they do with living ones. It is odd to be so fascinated with death and its trappings. I will never understand it.
So you were the right hand to the divine?
To Divine Justinia, yes. And Divine Beatrix before her, in fact. The position is normally reserved for Templars of the Knights Divine, but my circumstances were unusual.
Unusual how?
You don't know the story? Thank the Maker. I will tell you if you wish, but it isn't as exciting as some drum it up to be. The short version is that I once saved the previous Divine's life. My reward was becoming her right hand.
But what does a right hand do, exactly?
What is your hand capable of? It gives, it takes, it beckons. It makes a fist. Liliana and I extended the Divine's reach beyond the Grand Cathedral. We went where she could not. After Beatrix, I was tired of the position and wanted to return to the Seekers. But Justinia convinced me to stay. Her vision for the future gave me hope.
You thought she could really change things?
Justinian knew the war was coming long before it began. She tried to avert it, but the forces arrayed against her were too strong. Sometimes you have to break a bone so it can be reset. That's where the Inquisition comes in. It was to be the answer. A means to preserve as well as an agent for change. I only wish she had lived to see it.
So, what's the story about you becoming the right hand?
Sweet Andraste, do you really want to hear that? It was, what, 18, 20 years ago? Some still discuss it like it happened yesterday. The tale gets bigger each time it's told. I barely recognize myself within it now.
I'm sure you're just being modest.
I was there. I think I know what happened. To hear others tell it, I alone saved Divine Beatrix from a horde of dragons sent to assault the Grand Cathedral. Rather impressive for such a young seeker, wouldn't you say?
And the truth is?
I stumbled upon a conspiracy to kill Beatrix. A Templar Knight Commander was at its heart, and there was a dragon battle at the Grand Cathedral, but I had help from loyal mages who rallied to the cause. They freed the dragons from magical control. Without them, the Divine and I would both have died. Yet I became the right hand, and they are forgotten.
You're delightful. You know that.
No, I do not know that. I object. There is nothing delightful about me.
I beg to differ.
I think I prefer you in the stocks.
I'll let you get back to work.
さて、バルクとの話をしようかな。何？お、アイテム。こっちじゃないか。バルクあるが、内側か。
Come on, you've seen our maps. Most of them should be full of plows.
Expected you'd be by. I'm Harry, and everyone knows who you are. How's the new gear fit?
Sturdy and warm. It's perfect.
Good. World's gone mad. Stock armor and blades are good against bandits, but we're not fighting bandits. My gear will see you through demons, apostates, whatever this world throws at you. So, you need custom work, something special. You bring the materials to us, we'll make it happen.
Can you help improve my arms and armor?
Yes. You find a new piece, a pauldron or greaves, we'll take care of you. You can't just slap a new hilt on your sword in the field. Bring it here, we'll make sure it's done right and proper.
Goodbye.
Right.
武器を改良せよ。改良。強化でしょ。改良はここでいいのかな。改良できるものがないんだが。
Another time then.
標準。めまい状態か。防御貫通いいな。で、これに両手持ちの絵をつけれるのかな。でも両手持ちっつったらこういうのだよね。よいしょ。で、これをこっちじゃない。
Another time,
ブキブキ。今作ったやつはこれかな。違うよね。ないんだ、アップグレード。ルーンもない。
You need something? Let me know.
ああ、作れるんだ。今装備してるやつ。素材があれば。でも皮とか今使っちゃったもんね。ティアが低いのしかないんだよな。で、この防具の強化できるの？できないね。武器は染められた杖が作ったやつだっけ。あんま強くないな。作ったはいいけど。防具、これは重装備。装備できるから装備しちゃおうか。そうすればあれね、回せるよね。アップグレードはこれはあれバリック用なんだけど、付き方がわからない。で、この人にこれだっけ。これじゃねえな。 着れないのか、そもそも。アバーのよりか。これを着せておいて。武器は衝撃の杖か。ドラゴンの杖の方が強いんじゃないの？そうでもないけど、まあいいか。寒そう。おかえりなさい。んでバリックどこだ？上か。
Need something?
I read your Tale of the Champion, and I have a few questions.
That's a pretty common reaction. Go ahead.
アンダースどうなった？
What happened to the mage who destroyed the Kirkwall Chantry? The book never said.
He fled Kirkwall with the mages from the Circle. Stayed with them a while, but he had to move on. Somehow a lot of mages blamed him for making them live as fugitives.
ああ、まあ
I
そうだよ
don't
ね。
know where he is now, and I don't want to know.
In the book, you say that first Enchanter Orsino turned himself into a giant monster made of corpses. How? Why?
Do I look like an expert on magical weirdness to you? Well, I can't tell you how. For the why, all I can say is he was
ブラッドマジックだね、これは。書いてないだけ。
There's no way Hawk really could have killed the Arashok. It would have started a war with the Kunari.
I was told later that the Kunari disavowed his actions. Apparently the Arashok didn't get permission before he attacked Kirkwall, and the Qun didn't want another exalted march. When they finally sent a ship to haul the Red Dreadnought away, they just said, "We will never speak of this again." As far as I can tell, that's the Qun's version of an apology.
Where are the rest of Hawk's associates now?
Merrill decided to look after the elves left homeless by the fighting. She's done a pretty good job of keeping them away from the mages and Templars, so far. I guess she has plenty of practice avoiding stupid human battles with her old Dalish clan. Fenris has kept himself busy, hunting down the Tevinter slavers who came
お
south
お、
to
奴
prey
隷
on
商
the
人飼ってるん
refugees.
だ。
I'm not sure exactly where he is at the moment. You can usually follow the trail of corpses, though. Isabella went back to the raiders. She's calling herself an admiral now. I don't know if she's actually in charge or just has a really big hat. Might be the same thing, honestly. Sebastian went back to Starkhaven. I'm sure he's boring all sorts of people there. Last I knew, Hawk's sister Bethany was doing something wardening near the Anderfeld's border. Aveline is still guard captain.
ベソ
I'm
ニー
pretty
死
sure
んだはずだ
Kirkwall
けど。
would fall into the sea if she quit her job.
あれ？ベサニーが生きてるカーバーが死んでる感じになってる。
Need
あ、
something?
まだある？
Carry on.
もういないね。なんかかけらがある表示なんだけど、かけらあんのかな。あ、違うね。武器の収集依頼とかいうやつだ。
Apothecary Don can have those supplies. He does that, sister. I saw prisoners and jailers.
There were so many questions surrounding Faria's death. Did he think we wouldn't notice? He's killed Faria. One of my best agents. And knows where the others are. You know what must be done. Make it clean. Painless if you can. We were friends once. Glad to see traitors are dealt with quickly. We must do whatever it takes to protect our interests. I am pleased that you agree. It's good to know that protecting the Inquisition is a priority for you. Of course. I do not neglect my responsibilities. We will make the Inquisition a force to fear. Now, if you're happy, I have more work to do.
なんか別の選択肢あったのかな。
Reports of fate rifts and demons keep coming. The people are terrified, and it's only getting worse. The only thing that will calm their fears now is the hope that someone out there can save them. You have to be that someone. No one else has any power over the rifts. Seal them. Your legend will spread, and Thedas will learn to trust the Inquisition. Why do you want me to seek out the rebel mages? Why do you care? I've known mages. Some of them were better people than me. And yet I'm free and they're not. It's not right. They called you the left hand of the Divine. That they did? What of it? What is the point of an Inquisition? Justinia would have started the Inquisition if the Divine Conclave failed to restore peace. She hoped that with enough support, we could challenge the very tenets of the Chantry. She wanted the Chantry to treat the mages fairly. But sometimes I wonder, why stop at mages? The Chantry has committed many injustices. If we're going to change it, why not change the whole thing? It's just a thought. None of this will be possible if we fail. I'm sorry she didn't live to see the Inquisition. So am I. I could use the left hand of the Divine at my side out there. Every agent out in the world is my eyes, my ears, my blade. Wherever my people are, I am also. Coming with you, leaving my post, would blind and bound me. Do you see? What exactly does the left hand of the Divine do? A Divine always has enemies, and Justinia had more than most. I protected her. I watched, had an ear to every door. I identified threats, and I dealt with them. Why did Justinia have so many enemies? There were many who felt she was unfit to be divine. She had a past, a worldly life. Unlike many, she wasn't given to the Chantry as a child. She chose it, and somehow that made her unworthy. And because they thought she was unworthy, they wished her harm. It sounds like you did some unscrupulous things as the left hand. Perhaps, but wouldn't you do anything to protect what you love? I'd like to hear about Justinia. What was she like? A friend. A mentor. Like me, she had secrets, made mistakes. It made her human. I think her followers responded to that. Was there something more than friendship between you? You're asking if we were lovers? Typical. I was devoted to her, therefore it must be romantic. Love is common. Love is simple. My bond with Justinia was something greater. She was a sister, a mother, a teacher. So to answer your question, yes, it was more than friendship. Oh. How did you and Justinia meet? I met her a long time ago, before she became divine. Before she was Justinia. When I met her, she was Mother Dorothea. I was at my lowest. Broken, lost. And she saved me. No, wait. She hates it when I say that. I saved myself. She just showed me it was possible.
We'll talk more later.
カレンとかとも話したいんだけど。いるかな。いるけど、またおっさんの相手してんのか。
I will keep the peace while you and the others appeal to the Chantry in Val Royeaux.
Better ready yourself for the blame you will be rightly assigned.
全然まだカレンとの好感度が上げれなそうだ。
My creator judge me whole. Find me well.
敵を知る
Apothecary Adon will have more poultices for the injured as soon as possible, revered mother.
Farewell.
Make her go with you.
The Inquisition cannot remain a prison if you can't prove it was founded on Justinia's orders.
This is an inopportune time, Marquis. More of the faithful flock here each day. But allow me to introduce you to the brave soul who risked her life to slow the magic of the breach. Mistress Lavelan, this is the Marquis d'Aurelion, one of Divine Justinia's greatest supporters.
And the rightful owner of Haven. House d'Aurelion lent Justinia these lands for pilgrimage. This Inquisition is not a beneficiary of this arrangement.
This is the first I've heard of Haven having an owner outside the Chantry.
My wife, Lady Machin of Denham, has claimed to Haven by ancient treaty with the monarchs of Ferelden. We were honored to lend its use to Divine Justinia. She was a woman of supreme merit. I will not let an upstart order remain on her holy grounds.
People have been injured. You can't just turn them out onto the snow.
And who benefits if they stay?
Divine Justinia, Marquis. The Inquisition, not the Chantry, is sheltering the pilgrims who mourn her.
Why is the Chantry ignoring the faithful?
Because it remains in shock. We face a dark time, Your Grace. Divine Justinia would not want her passing to divide us. She would, in fact, trust us to forge new alliances to the benefit of all, no matter how strange they might seem.
I'll think on it, Lady Montillier. The Inquisition might stay in the meanwhile.
Do the d'Aurelions actually have a claim on this place?
His Grace's position is not so strong as he presents it. Despite their Ferelden relations, the d'Aurelions are our legion. If the Marquis wishes to claim Haven, Empress Selene must negotiate with the Ferelden on his behalf. Her current concerns are a bit larger than minor property disputes.
I apologize for the intrusion. I didn't realize you were meeting with the Marquis.
You did little harm. In truth, the debate was most beneficial as practice for those to come.
You expect more people in Haven?
Undoubtedly. And each visitor will spread the story of the Inquisition after they depart. An ambassador should ensure the tale is as complimentary as possible.
May I ask, what brought you to work for the Inquisition?
Sister Leliana approached me. We've been acquainted for quite some time. For better or worse, being the Inquisition's diplomat has become as interesting as she promised.
What sort of dealings have you had with nobility?
For some years, I was the royally appointed court ambassador from Antiva to Orlais. The nobility of Thedas is a rather singular sphere. Those I'm not acquainted with, I know through reputation.
The Inquisition is lucky to have you as an advocate, Lady Montillier.
Thank you. Let us hope so. Thedas's politics have become agitated as of late. I hope to guide us down smoother paths. But please excuse me. I've much work to do before the day is done. Good day to you.
What do the people make of us?
Despite our fame, we're low on steadfast allies. We must aim for more.
Any thoughts on the people here?
Who did you mean?
Commander Cullen came to mind.
The commander is an intelligent, cautious man. I'm grateful he's in charge of our standing army. Still, he does sometimes resemble the man with a hammer to whom everything appears as a nail.
あらすじ見たけどよくわからなくなっちゃった。
What's your impression of Solus?
I suppose I should be wary of an apostate, but our elven mage has conducted himself with the utmost propriety. And he has the most fascinating stories.
I was thinking of Cassandra.
Seeker Pentagast is a princess of the Kingdom of Nevarra, although that barely seems important to her. She was not interested when I asked if we might make use of her royal relations. Still, the Inquisition would not have formed without Cassandra. She's an extraordinarily driven woman.
I was thinking of Varric.
Oh, I could listen to his tales for hours. He actually let me read a chapter of his next book he's writing. My friends would be sick with envy if they knew. It's excellent, but a bit different from his past works. Only 3 beheadings so far.
3人首を落とされてるんかい。
Let's speak later.
Another time.
これなーに？なんかいっぱいあるね。
All in this world are finite. What one man gains, another has lost. Those who steal from their brothers and sisters mark to their livelihood and to their peace of mind.
OK、作戦会議に行きますか。ほう。ポーションの数が増える。敵を倒すと XP に 5% か。5% ね。秘密は悩ましいね。普通に敵倒して得られる経験値上げといた方がいいのかな。それでいいか。でベレルデンの仕事が終わったって聞いたけど、我々の努力が走行した利益の一部は渡そう。有効に使ってくれ人よ。はい、105ゴールドもらいました。あとはもう全部行くとこだね。 資金を集めようは何回でもできんだ。レリアーナにしてみるか。
Let's see what we have. Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask her.
I'm more concerned this won't actually solve any problems.
I agree. It just lends credence to the idea that we should care what the Chantry says.
I will go with her. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
はい。懐かしいね、ここ。
The city still mourns.
なんで
Just
怖
a
がる？
guest seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lady Herald.
You're one of Leliane's people. What have you found?
The Chantry mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition.
Eh?
They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then. They wish to protect the people from return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
.読むだけで経験値が入るからな。無関係な頭痛のせいでって何？そういう石像なの？なんかお店とかあったはずだけど、あれか、まだ売ってくれない感じか。とりあえず目的の場所に行こうか。
Stand wary, guardsman.
People of Val Royal, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. Her naive and beautiful heart silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of her murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet. The Maker would send no help in our hour of need.
I make no such claim. I wasn't sent here by Andraste or the Maker. I am simply trying to close the breach. It threatens us all.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition and the people will be safe once more.
お、なんてことすんの。
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
何してんの？手間が省けたじゃないんだよ。手間が省けたじゃないんだよ。怒った方がいいよね。
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
なんこいつ。
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
What we truly need is an alliance that will seal the breach.
Oh, the breach is indeed a threat. But you certainly have no power to do anything about it.
But Lord Seeker, what if she really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing. And the Inquisition, less than nothing.
対立組織みたいなもの。
Templars, Val Royo is unworthy of our protection. We march.
あら。テンプル基地勝手に動き出しちゃったね。
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
どうしたんだろうね、じゃあ。
Do you think he can be reasoned with?
I hope so. If not him, there are surely others in the Order who don't feel as he does. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
大丈夫？殴られた人。大丈夫？
This victory must please you greatly, Seeker Cassandra.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. If you do not believe you are the Maker's chosen, then what are you?
Someone who can help close the breach and end this madness.
That is more comforting than you might imagine. I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our divine. Her holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so. And what good has it done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can. And leave the next step to her.
優しいか
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the conclave.
そうよね
What
みんな死ん
becomes
じゃっ
of
たもん
us
ね
and your Inquisition is in the Maker's hands now.
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion seems popular in certain
反乱が流行っ
doesn't
て
it, Seeker? Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
What were you hoping the Lord Seeker would do exactly?
Put aside his war against the mages and find common purpose against something much more dire.
そうだよね
Obviously, he has other plans. With the knights vigilant slain at the conclave, there is nothing more we can do.
Perhaps there is something we can do.
I'd like to believe that, Seeker. I truly would. I suppose we can expect renewed effort against the mages from him, and yet more chaos.
How many Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order. The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison, but now
ほとんどいなくなっちゃったのか
perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
How are people responding to all of this?
Despair, fear. We mourn her holiness. The people look to the sky and wonder how long before terror comes for us all. There must be a way through this. Is it you? The Templars? The Maker's will? We abandoned our duties. We servants of the faith. Now we can only pray.
まあなんとか止めてみますよ
There's got to be a way to calm everything down and clean up this mess.
I hope against hope that may be the case. Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
That's what we're attempting, yes.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry is useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food.
おおありがたい
Contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition.
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, she is.
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess. But we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
Head to Haven then. We need good people.
密偵が加わった。
that, but it will be nice to see. Thank you.
ドゥーン。
Our Templars left. The Chantry
What's that? An arrow with a message?
なんだ？協力者による好意的な行為。みんなあんたは特別だという。何か手伝いたい。それでみんなを連れてこられる。ワルレオには悪者がいる。あんたを傷つけようとしていると聞いた。主情派とはカフェのあたりで赤いやつを探して、それでまず彼にぶち当たると思う。剣を忘れるなよ。レッドジェニーの協力者。レッドジェニーなんか聞き覚えがあるね。で、みんなレベル上がったんですか。あげましょうか。防御力をもうちょっと高めたいんだけど。お、ガードの最大値にボーナスを得る。いいね。ソラスはもう回復だね。で、リザレクションを覚えさせて、バリックは弓だよ。トラップ覚えさせてもいいんだけど、毒つけてみる？これ使わないしな。これが欲しいんだけど、取ったらこれ取るしかないもんね。しょうがない。あ、こっちでもよかったんか。まあ、いいや。市場がどうこうってな。ハイウェイマンってあれだよね。強盗だよね。
You are the Herald of Andraste, are you not? I have an invitation for you.
バスティエンドゥ・ギズラン公爵の宮殿にて招かれるサロンにご招待いたします。ビビエンヌ・ドゥ・フェール・モンシマードの筆頭魔術師、宮廷魔術師。はあ。で、ここで買い物もできるようになったと。
I am open to you and yours. I price at a premium for everyone, so don't assume it's because you're with the Inquisition.
高級店なん
I
ですね。
expect.
わーお、高い。高い。1000円しか持ってないよ。1000円しかないのに買えるわけないじゃん。こっちは何屋さん？
Well, this has all been a frustrating mess. Templars and Chantry and especially the mages, just everything. I apologize if you were refused service, but we are now open for business. Especially if you put my wares to use.
お、強いね。夢紡の杖。フェイドウォーカーの杖。魔力と丈夫さ上がるのか。 魔力上げたいな。でもこっちを2個買っとくか。ソラスの分と。ソラス装備できるよね。それしかないやんけ。で、装備をしてあげる。ソラスもこれでいらないのここで売れるか。安いね。これ見た目好きなんだよね。かわいい。あとはこんなもんですかね。なんか変な仮面ばっかつけてんな。そっかい。
Watch your tongue.
これオリジナルサウンドトラックにあんだよね、全部歌が。
Good day.
はい。何？レッドジェニーの協力者か。どうすればいいんだ？赤い服がどうこうっつってたけど、ドラゴンの首だ。獅子の仮面のマスコットどう見てもドラゴンだけど。ドラゴンだよね、やっぱり。
We maintain an Inquisition presence on Commander Cullen's orders. This has been received as you might expect.
Oh, yes.
Good day to you.
何も起きないな。
And what did they need?
なんもないね。
All's well, it seems.
Of course.
All's well, it seems.
All is well?
Wonderful.
These truths the Maker has revealed to me. As there is but one God,
なんで同じポーズ立ってんだろう、これ。
there is but one God.
中身本当にいる？あ、すいません。銅像かと思ったわ。
believe this? Oh my.
で、高速移動。赤犬のワールがこれ下だよね多分。下だな。調べる。わからん。いいや、ヘイブンの教会に帰りますか。うん、赤いの探せっつって赤いのあったけど何もなかったか。
If I might have a moment of your time.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes. If it's help with the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
Fellow mages, we have nothing in common.
More than you'd think, and certainly more in common than with Templar thugs. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lady Herald.
Come, let us return to Haven. 教会に戻ってきましたと。まあというところで終わっとこうかな。
How can you be so calm with everything we believe called into question?
I don't need some old woman in Valroya to tell me how to worship the Maker. We tend the sick, feed the poor, clothe the naked, and sing the chant. Seeker Pentagast will attend to the rest. The Maker forgive anyone who gets in her way.
ペンタガーストってレディアナのことか多分。まあそんなところで今日は終わりにしとこうかな。次はここの教会で話を聞いてレッドクリフの招待状かな受けて魔導士筆頭魔導士に会いに行く感じになると思います。次はなるべく早くね配信したいと思いますのでどうぞよろしくお願いします。じゃあ本日はここまでです。ご視聴ありがとうございました。また今度お会いしましょう。またねー。